The one thing that changed my life more than anything else was realizing what my identity was and changing how I see myself. In school, I was always the guy who was being late, who has to catch up. I was always just surviving or passing by. Why? Because I didn't care so much about school back then. But this also transferred into my professional life, where no matter how hard I worked, no matter how much time I had, at my hand, I was still always the guy who had to catch up. I was overwhelmed with too many things to do and I never had enough time. But I looked at other people and they had enough time, they were at the same stage and they made better decisions with the amount of brain capacity they had. So I realized it was my identity that was running the show, And I changed seeing myself from the guy who was always having to catch up, who's always late, who never has enough time, to having more than enough time. And as a result, I was able to work less and achieve more. But this didn't only change my career, it changed my physique, my relationships, and every single thing I ever wanted. Because the life that you experience comes down to identity, the story you tell yourself, right? I can give you a certain example from my client. I'm not gonna say his name now due to privacy. Let's call him Gavin. He came to me and said, Steph, people always disrespect me. I'm always treated like a second-class human being. And I asked him, everybody or just certain people? He said, no, everybody. So I helped him to change the story he tells himself about his life and how he sees himself. And 2 weeks later, he would call me and say, Steph, you cannot believe it. People start to give me their hand at work and say hi, versus before they didn't even look at me. The cashier in the supermarket, she's talking to me, having small talk, wishing me an amazing day. This never happened. What changed wasn't that he went to a different grocery store. What changed was the story he told himself and the self-image he had. So whether you want to have a better body, you want to make more money, you want to have better relationships, one of the most important decisions you can make is to sit still and try to realize what limiting beliefs about yourself do you have. What story do you tell yourself about your life and your future? And changing the story and how you see yourself is going to be the key to unlocking your full potential.